Welcome to class. Grab whatever props you might want today, perhaps some blocks, maybe a blanket or a pillow to sit on. For today's class, we're going to get into the legs and hamstrings, so prepare yourself. Start by finding a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall here. Perhaps you tuck the chin, gently close the eyes. Take a moment here to notice anything that is becoming apparent in your body as you pause here. And then begin to breathe with more intention. Noticing the expansion of the belly as you inhale, the expansion of the chest, and then noticing all of that fall right back in as you exhale here. Are there any areas where you're holding tension in the body? Can you perhaps soften the shoulders, soften the face? And in this softening, can you grow just a little bit taller? And then when you're ready, gently blinking open the eyes. We'll start with a few circles of the neck here. You can just take the head from one side to the other, or maybe taking full circles here. I'm just taking a few more rounds with your breath. Noticing any sticky areas, any areas that need a little extra attention. Maybe you stay there for a beat or two. Taking 3 more rounds of breath and movement here. Taking 3 more rounds of breath and movement here. And then when you're ready, gently bringing the head and the neck back to center. And inhale, sweep the arms open here. Bring that energy in towards the center line. Bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. Some expression into the fingers here. Shrug those shoulder blades towards each other along the spine. And on an exhale, shoot the arms forward here as you draw the belly back. Inhale, opening back up here to those cactus arms. Exhale, take it all back. Tuck the chin, stretch the arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, send it forward. Continuing this way with your breath. A few more times, just like that. Bring some expression into this pose here. Really moving with the breath. Last time here, really opening up, shrugging those shoulders back. And on the exhale, shoot the arms forward as you tuck everything in. Inhale brings you back to center. Extend the legs out long in front of you. If you're seated on a blanket, a block, or some pillows here, you can come to the edge. Give those hips a little extra lift. Move all that goodness out of the way here. You can take a slight bend in the knees. Take a big breath in. Lengthen through the spine. And on the exhale, folding with the heart first. We're folding chest down towards the tops of the thighs. Hands reach wherever they can land. Maybe you notice you can start to straighten the legs out a touch here. Notice what's happening in the body as you breathe. Notice what's relaxing, what's softening as you fold. And then on your next inhale, drawing yourself all the way back up. Take the legs wide this time. You can stay seated on whatever you're sitting on, or you can move it back and away from you. Inhale here, lengthen. And on your exhale, fold forward. Start to walk the hands out in front of you. If you have bolsters or blocks, you could rest the head or the upper body here on a bolster. Keep sending energy through the feet. Toes point up towards the sky here. Send energy through the heels. And on an inhale, slowly walking the hands all the way back towards center. Take the soles of the feet down in front of you here. Place the hands behind you. Fingers can point out towards the sides of the mat. Feet are about hip distance apart. And on an inhale, send the hips up towards the sky for a reverse tabletop. Option to stay here, or if you'd like to add a little bit of a side stretch in, lift that right arm all the way up towards the sky, really pressing down through that left hand, shooting energy through the right fingers here, and finding a stretch in the right side of the body. Keep pressing into the feet, sending those knees forward. On an exhale, taking right hand down. Inhale, send the left arm up here, really stretching through the left side of the body. Feel the support of the other limbs underneath you. And on your exhale, release everything down to the earth. And we'll make our way into a tabletop position. Feel free to pad up the knees with a blanket here if you'd like. In our tabletop, knees are underneath the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders, fingers are spread nice and wide here. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Lengthen through the spine all the way through to the crown of the head. And then when you're ready here, extend that right leg behind you. You can find a little bit of a pulse here as you send energy through that heel. Maybe stillness is more what you need, or this pulse might feel really good. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head all the way through to that right heel. Taking a big breath in here. And on your exhale, lift the right foot, take it across the mat and across the body to the outside of the left side of the mat. Gaze can follow. You can take a peek at your toes here. Feel that length in the right side body, right rib area. Maybe you start to walk those left fingertips forward here. Keep lengthening through the spine. And then on an inhale, lifting the leg and the arm, extending nice and long here. Keep pressing down into the right hand. Big breath in here. On the exhale, maybe you go for Tripassana, this sugarcane variation. Left arm reaches around, you grab the top of the right foot, press the foot into the hand back into the foot. Allow that to open up the shoulder a little bit here. Big breath in. On your exhale, release hands, release knee back down, come back to your tabletop. Feel free to stretch out the right wrist here a little bit. You can take fingers in towards the body and then place the palm down. You can take it on both arms here. And then coming back to tabletop. This time we'll extend the left leg behind us. Toes are tucked, heel reaches towards the back of the mat. Head reaches towards the front of the mat. And yeah, maybe you find that pulse here. On an inhale, lift that left foot, take it to the outside of the right of the mat here. Gaze can follow. Taking a peek at those toes. Keep shooting energy through that left heel. Maybe you reach right fingertips forward here. Taking Finding some length here in the right side. And then on an inhale, lift right arm, lift left leg. Core is strong here. You're pulling up in the belly ever so subtly. Maybe you go for that same Tripadasana variation here. So start to reach that right arm back as you bend the left knee, grab the top of the left foot, press foot into hand to facilitate a little bit of the opening in the shoulder here. Stay steady, keep bringing energy into the right knee, into the left hand. And on an exhale, gracefully release everything back down to the ground. Maybe stretch out the wrists again. If this is intense here, you can also sit back and just take hand to fingers and stretch through the wrist that way. Coming back to tabletop. Taking knees a few inches back here so that we are in a knee down plank. And then on an exhale, lowering yourself all the way down. Those elbows squeeze in towards the sides of the body. Come down onto our bellies here and we'll set up for a locust pose. So to start, we'll take palms to face the floor. Shrug those shoulder blades back behind us here. And on an inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the hands. Maybe the feet lift as well. We're aiming to send energy through the head and the toes here rather than trying to get up towards the ceiling. So think about getting taller, stretching that way. Shooting energy through the fingers. Breathing into the belly. And on the exhale, release, make a pillow with the arms, or maybe you grab a pillow and you turn the head to one side. We'll set up for one more locust pose, just like that. Take palms down at your sides. Roll the shoulder blades back here, opening up the chest. And on an inhale, lifting head, lifting shoulders, lifting hands. Maybe the feet lift as well. Sending energy through the toes, through the fingers, through the crown of the head. See if on each inhale you can get just a little bit taller here. And then on an exhale, release, turn the head to the other side. Allow the body to soften here. On an inhale, lift the head, take the hands next to the chest, tuck the toes, and then you can press yourself up through a push-up, maybe keeping knees down for this one. And then exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Feel free to find any movement here that the body is craving. Maybe pedaling out the feet, taking the hips from one side to the other. And then eventually finding some stillness here in your downward dog. On an inhale, lift that right leg all the way up towards the sky. Take a bend in the knee, open up that hip. See if you can keep the shoulders square to the front of the mat here. And then we're going to take that right foot to the outside of the left of the mat here. So across the front of that left leg, come onto the pinky side of the foot. See if you can keep that leg relatively straight and send those hips back here. Everything's still in line with the front of the mat. Fingers spread nice and wide. Chest is aiming towards the tops of the thighs. Still breathing into the belly here. Hello, miss. On an inhale, take that right leg back, straight back behind you here. And exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Plant that left heel down, warrior one here. So hips are in line with the top left corner of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up here. We're not trying to close off this hip, but we are squeezing those thighs towards each other here. Sending this right sit bone back. Keep pressing down through every part of that left foot. drop the arms. If you're able to here, clasp the hands at the low back. You can also use a strap here with the palms facing in towards the body. Big breath in as you lengthen. Exhale, start to fold forward to the inside of that right thigh. Arms come away from the body here. Try not to rest all the weight onto that thigh, but we're still hugging the right knee in towards the center line here. Keep squeezing the feet towards each other. Keep squeezing those thighs, bringing some energy into the legs. And then on an inhale, release the hands, cartwheel that left hand back. And we're coming into warrior two. So you can adjust the feet here so that the feet are perpendicular to each other. Extend the arms nice and long here. Parallel to the floor, gaze is over those right fingertips. From our warrior two, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, bring the feet to parallel. Taking up some space here in our star pose. Can you shoot energy through the fingers? Send energy down into the ground. Big breath in. On the exhale, fold forward over the legs, leading with the heart here, coming into our wide-legged forward fold, and then noticing where the weight is in the feet. We have a tendency to bring it into the heels. Can you move it forward here, playing with what it feels like to bring weight into the toes? Then across the center of the foot as you go back into the heels, and we're finding that nice center point here. You can relax the upper body. Hands can be on blocks here for a little extra support. On an inhale, halfway lift, nice long arms, nice long spine. Start to shimmy those toes to point out towards the corners of the mat here and take a bend in this right leg. Shoot the toes of the left foot up towards the sky here. We're coming into our skandasana. You might not be this low. You could be up here for this. Just noticing where you are in your body in this pose. Taking a big breath in here. And on the exhale, we're placing that left foot down as we come into skandasana on the left. So right toes point up, left knee bends. Hands can be at heart center. Hands can be on the floor here. Inhale back through center. Each side one more time. So on the exhale, bending that right knee, shooting left toes up towards the sky. Inhale back through center. Place that left foot down. Lift the right toes. Bend that left knee. Inhale back through center. This time, turn to face the front of the mat, coming into lizard pose. So right toes point towards the top right corner of the mat. Give yourself some space to bring the arms inside that leg. You can choose to keep the left knee lifted here, or you can lower that left knee. It'll just change the energy in the pose. We'll be here for a few breaths, so totally up to you if you want to take elbows down onto blocks, maybe all the way down onto the earth here. Keep squeezing those thighs towards each other. If you have left toes tucked, or if you've got the left knee down, tuck the left toes, lift that left knee, start to walk this right foot in towards center, and on an inhale, place that left heel down, warrior two. Arms extend. Thighs are still squeezing in towards center here. Inhale, flip the front palm, take it up and back here for your radiant warrior. Left hand can work its way down that left leg. Maybe it wraps around, reaches for the top of that right thigh as you sit a little bit deeper. Keep finding length here through the left side. So instead of thinking about taking it all the way over, we really want to go up and then over. From here, it's going to be a swift little move into a reverse lunge. Take a big breath in. On our exhale, unravel the arms. Hike that left heel up as you take right arm down to the top of that left leg and shoot the left arm up here. Sit a little bit deeper in this right thigh. Inhale here, find some length. Exhale, left hand comes down to the inside of that foot. Right arm lifts. We come into a lunge twist. Shoot energy out that left heel here. Keep reaching that right arm up, sending this right shoulder blade down towards the ground. And on an exhale, hand comes down to frame the foot. Send that right leg all the way back down, dog split here. And then place the right foot down. Take a breath here in your downward facing dog, maybe taking a slight bend in the knees, shooting that tailbone all the way up towards the sky here, and then lengthening heels down. Inhale, lift that left leg, take a bend. Scorpion your dog here. Try not to open up the shoulders. We're keeping everything square. And then we're taking this left leg across the body to the right side of the mat, coming onto the pinky side of that left foot. Keep sending hips back, keep sending energy through the hands into the ground here. Inhale, extend that left leg back behind you. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Plant that right heel down. Come into your warrior one. Knee is bent and facing forward. Hips are pointing towards the top right corner of the mat this time. And on an inhale, maybe you lift the arms. Keep sending energy through the pinky side of that right foot, really planting there. On an exhale, lower the hands. Perhaps you clasp them. Perhaps you have a strap here with the palms facing in. Shrug those shoulder blades towards each other. Find some length. And on an exhale, fold to the inside of that left leg. Keep drawing all the energy in towards center. And on an inhale, opening up, warrior two. Adjust the feet so that they're perpendicular here. Take a peek down to your left knee. If it's pointing in towards that right side of the mat, can you open it up towards the left? On an inhale, straighten the left leg, parallel the feet, arms go up nice and wide here, star pose. Take up some space. Notice the strength in the body here. Take a moment to pause and breathe. And on an exhale, fold forward over the legs here. Relax the upper body. We're coming into Skandasana on the left, so take a bend in the left knee. Shoot those right toes up towards the sky here. Inhale through center. Exhale, lift the left toes, bend that right knee. One more time each side here. Inhaling through center. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend that right knee. Make your way back towards the front of the mat here into a lizard lunge. So left toes point towards the top left corner of the mat. Hands are inside that left leg. Option to keep right knee lifted. Take it down, come down onto elbows, whatever you need here. Whatever this shape looks like for you today. If you're down on elbows, come back up onto the hands. Tuck those right toes, lift that right knee. Heel toe this left foot in between the hands here. And on the inhale, open up warrior two. Right heel plants. Take a nice bend in that left knee here. Inhale, flip the front palm, sweep it up and back. Right arm works its way down. Maybe it wraps around. Taking another breath here. And then we're just sweeping left arm down. Right arm lifts up as right heel lifts. Left arm reaches for the back of that right thigh. And we're reaching nice and tall here with this right arm. Reversing our lunge. Sit a little bit deeper in that left knee. Big breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down for the twist. Open up left shoulder and send that left arm nice and high. Keep sending energy through that right heel. Take that left hand down to frame the foot. Send that left leg back. Down dog split here. Send energy through the left heel and then plant that left foot. Send the heart back towards the tops of the thighs. You could take a pause here for a few breaths in child's pose. We're now going to do that same sequence again on each side, just moving a little bit faster through it. And then I'll only take it the one time again on each side, but feel free to take it as many times as you want here. Inhale, lift that right foot high. Take a bend in the knee, open it up towards the right side here. Then take that right leg all the way across the mat, all the way across the body, landing on the pinky side of that right foot. Inhale, extend that right leg back behind you. Exhale, step the foot forward. Left heel comes down. Warrior one. Drop the arms on the exhale. Clasp the hands. Shrug the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward to the inside of that leg. Inhale, open up. Warrior two. Pause for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the right leg, send the arms up for star pose. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, fold over the legs. Stay for a breath. Take a big breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Inhale through center. Skandasana to the left. Only one time each side here. This time, as you come through, lizard lunge, right side. Keep that left knee lifted. Inhale here. Exhale. And then warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, flip the front palms. Take it up and back. Reverse your warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, left heel comes up, right arm comes down, left arm lifts. Taking a big inhale here. On the exhale, taking the twist, left hand comes down, right arm lifts. Exhale, right hand comes down, send that right foot back. Drop the foot down, finding your downward facing dog. Pause here for a breath. Inhale, send that left leg up. Take a bend in the knee. Open up towards the left side of the mat. On your next exhale, take the left leg across the body, across the mat. Inhale, extend that leg nice and long behind you. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Take the right heel down, warrior one. Exhale, drop the hands, clasp the hands behind you, lengthen here on the inhale. Exhale, fold inside that left leg. Inhale lifts you up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten out, star pose. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, folds. Inhaling here. And on the exhale, bend that left knee. Take those right toes up, Skandasana. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, take it over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, lizard lunge, left side. Keep that right knee lifted. Big breath in here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, sweep it up and back here. Taking a breath in, and then reverse your lunge. Left arm reaches for the back of that right thigh, right arm reaches nice and long. Take a bend in that left knee, and then exhale, right hand comes down for the twist. Take the left hand down, send that left leg back, and then downward facing dog. Again, you can do that sequence as many times as you want on each side here. And then when you're ready, let's walk the feet up to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sit the hips back. Lift up the upper body, chair pose here. Take a peek down. Can you see your toes? Are you grounding through every part of the feet? Hands can be at heart center here, or you can extend arms out in front, maybe in line with the ears. See if you can sit a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. And on an exhale, straighten the legs and fold here. Releasing the hands. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Maybe hands come onto blocks. Finding a little bit of softening here. Release the head. Soften the face. Place the hands down here. Take the left hand to the center. Take a bend in the left knee here. Open up towards the right, finding a twist. Right arm can lift all the way up here. This right shoulder works its way down the back. Reaching nice and long through the crown of the head. On an exhale, switch the hands. Right hand comes down, right knee bends. Left arm lifts. Inhale, coming back to center, folding here. On an inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Hands at heart center. Taking feet about hip distance apart here. And let's take a figure four. So standing figure four. You could also alternatively take tree pose here if you'd prefer. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend that right knee, grab the knee and the foot here. Place the ankle across the top of the left thigh. Let's see how our balance is today here. Hands can come back to heart center. Keep sending energy into every part of that left foot. You can stay here. You could start to bring a bend into that left knee here. If you have this arm balance in your practice, you could work on that. Otherwise, this is a lot of work all on itself. Keep flexing through that right foot. Keep breathing. Exhale, release the right leg. This time we'll take the same thing, but on the left side. So bending left knee, grabbing knee and foot to place it across the top of that right thigh. Knee points towards the left. Again, invitation to find any iteration of this that is in your practice. Come back to the breath, come back to a point that you can glance at here that's not moving. Exhale, release. You can shake out the feet here. And then we'll vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back to your plank. Nice long spine here. Hands underneath the shoulders, sending energy through the heels. Big inhale. On your exhale, either chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Squeeze those elbows in towards the ribs. Inhale. Bring it forward, out of the hips here. Exhale, hips come back, downward facing dog. When you're ready, knees will come down. We'll make our way onto our backs. Take the knees, hug them into the chest here. Maybe finding some circles or a little movement for the low back. And then extend the feet up towards the sky here. Toes point in towards the face. You could grab the backs of the thighs here with both hands and start to draw them in. Just making sure you're keeping that low spine still against the floor here. Tailbone pointing down. And then bend the knees, placing the soles of the feet down on the ground here. Feet are hip distance apart and as close to the body as you can get them. Hands come down at the sides, palms face the floor. On an inhale, send some energy from the feet down into the ground to lift the hips. Bridge pose. Think about lengthening through the front of the body here, sending the knees towards the tops of the mat. Trying to give your neck some space. We're not scrunching the shoulders here. And on an exhale, slowly, with the entire breath, take the hips back down. Hug the knees into the chest. And take the knees over to the right side of the mat. Open up that left arm. Maybe that left shoulder stays rooted on the mat here. Maybe the gaze goes over the left shoulder. Inhale back through center. And take it to the left. Opening up that right arm. Perhaps the gaze goes towards the right. Coming back through center, taking any final movements that the body's craving here before you settle into Shavasana. You can take Shavasana however that looks for you today. Maybe legs come up the wall. Maybe you take a seated Shavasana. Perhaps you set yourself up for a good long while into something more restorative. Otherwise, just extending the legs out here, relaxing the feet, drawing the shoulders down the spine, relaxing the arms open, relaxing the face, allowing yourself to be fully present for the next few rounds of breath here. Anytime the mind wanders, can you just bring it right on back to sensations in the body, back to this feeling of just being here right now in this moment. Feel free to stay here as long as you need today. And then when you're ready, you can join me in bending the knees, rolling over onto one side, and taking a moment to pause there. Thank yourself for taking time out of your day to connect with your breath and with your body. And when you're ready, gently propping yourself up to a comfortable seat. We'll meet with eyes closed, hands anywhere on the body that makes you feel more connected here. Lightly tucking the chin, bowing the head to your own inner wisdom, your own inner grace. Thank you so much for showing up today. Have a wonderful day.